And what makes his message so unique is that he's not suggesting suffering is necessary for meaning, he's saying meaning is possible despite suffering. It's a crucial distinction that makes his work so applicable to everyday challenges. The human spirit can endure almost anything when driven by purpose. That's what Viktor Frankl discovered after surviving Nazi concentration camps, and his insights have helped millions find meaning in their own lives.
That's such a powerful observation, especially considering he developed his entire theory of logotherapy while experiencing unimaginable suffering.
You know what's fascinating about his approach? He noticed that in the camps, it wasn't necessarily the physically strongest who survived. It was often those who had something to live for, whether it was an unfinished scientific project or a loved one waiting somewhere in the world.
The way he describes that connection between meaning and survival is remarkable. His quote about Nietzsche really captures it: having a strong enough why to live helps you bear almost any how.
And what's really striking is how he identified these distinct psychological phases prisoners went through. First came the shock, then this profound apathy, and finally this strange kind of emotional detachment that actually helped them survive.
How did he manage to maintain his clinical perspective while experiencing such trauma firsthand?
Well, that's one of the most extraordinary aspects of his story. Even in the midst of suffering, he was essentially conducting this real-time study of human psychology. He would actually gather other prisoners in the evening to offer impromptu therapy sessions.
That level of commitment to helping others, even in those circumstances, it's almost beyond comprehension.
And you know what's really interesting? His approach to therapy, logotherapy, completely challenged the dominant Freudian ideas of his time. And instead of focusing on pleasure or power as primary motivators, he argued that the search for meaning is what truly drives us.
The practical applications of his theory are fascinating, especially his concept of paradoxical intention.
Oh yes, like that case he describes of treating a man with severe sweating problems. Instead of trying to stop sweating, Frankl encouraged him to show people how much he could sweat. The anxiety disappeared almost immediately when he stopped fighting against it.
That approach seems so counterintuitive, yet so effective.
And what's really relevant today is his concept of the existential vacuum, this feeling of meaninglessness he saw emerging in modern society. He predicted that as people became more materially comfortable, they'd struggle more with questions of purpose.
That seems particularly prophetic given our current mental health challenges.
Exactly. And here's what's fascinating. His book has sold over 12 million copies and been translated into 24 languages. The impact of his ideas just keeps growing, especially in this age of anxiety and disconnection.
Well, his 3 pathways to meaning still feel incredibly relevant: finding purpose through creative work, through experiences and relationships, and through our attitude toward unavoidable suffering.
You know what really stays with me? That moment he describes when, while marching through the bitter cold, he began imagining conversations with his wife. He found that by focusing on love and meaning, he could transcend even the most extreme physical suffering.
That's such a powerful illustration of what he calls tragic optimism, maintaining hope while acknowledging life's difficulties.
And what makes his message so unique is that he's not suggesting suffering is necessary for meaning, he's saying meaning is possible despite suffering. It's a crucial distinction that makes his work so applicable to everyday challenges.
The way he balances personal responsibility with deep compassion is remarkable.
Looking at the legacy of his work, what strikes me most is how it bridges the gap between profound philosophical ideas and practical therapeutic techniques. His insights about human resilience and the search for meaning feel more relevant than ever in our increasingly complex world.